Narcissism is on a spectrum, from healthy self-preservation narcissism to pathological narcissism that is toxic to the individual and those around them. Narcissists are people, and different people have different habits depending on their parental upbringing, their personal beliefs, and the culture they grew up in. Thus, one narcissist may physically abuse, another not. They could have a drinking or drug problem, or not. They could be financially successful, or not. When the narcissist is physically violent, threatens you, and trashes your house, you can see the effects on you quickly. This may cause you to leave a narcissist in a short time. But what about the garden variety narcissist who may not physically abuse you, who may even financially support you, and who may take you to restaurants and on holidays? What effects do they have on your life over the long term? Note: this is a thought video where I will be using a recent experience of mine and link it to narcissism to help explain my point. The goal of this video is to make you think. Please listen to the end and bear through my experience, as I feel you will greatly benefit from this video. It may make you look at life differently and the cost a narcissist has on you over the long run. Short backstory. Servicing my motorcycle, I tried to clean out the air filter with a compressor, as is normal for interval service. It is a new filter I bought just as I bought the motorcycle. I was shocked to find that I could hardly feel any air flowing through the air filter. Having bought the air filter from a local motorcycle dealer, I was under the impression it was of good quality. I decided to replace it with an original air filter from Honda. In the picture you can see the new original filter on the left and the aftermarket filter on the right. The original air filter has far bigger air holes for air to go through. The result of changing to a quality air filter was that my fuel consumption immediately improved by 30%. The motorcycle became more responsive, had loads more power, and was now a joy to ride. The joy I got now from riding my motorcycle spilled over to all areas of my life. The good enough narcissist. A good enough narcissist is like my motorcycle with a bad air filter. Yes, my motorcycle took me places, but it was not enjoyable getting there. The motorcycle struggled on uphills and I had to constantly gear down and make way for trucks. The motorcycle did not pull smoothly and was not a joy to ride in town. Each outing and experience I had with a motorcycle was tainted by letdowns and struggles that affected the overall experiences negatively. This is the same as with a good enough narcissist. Yes, they take you to restaurants, but then they argue with the waiter about a trivial thing where the narcissist is wrong. Or afterward, the narcissist accuses you of flirting with the waiter. Or yes, the narcissist took you to Disneyland, but you had to beg them to go on rides, and then they complained about everything and made your life so miserable that you just wanted to go home. Or yes, the narcissist took you to see a movie that you had been waiting to see for months, but then they dragged their butt on purpose and made you miss the first 10 minutes of the movie. Then in the movie, they constantly commented on how bad the movie was. Or just before you walked into the movie theater, they told you how the movie ended and ruined everything for you. Or when you fall ill, instead of a narcissist being there for you, they act the victim and claim you are faking your illness, and then they throw tantrums and demand you serve them when you barely can get out of bed. Or when you get a promotion at work and the narcissist shoots you down by commenting you only got the promotion because your boss wants to sleep with you. Or you buy something nice for yourself only for the narcissist to break it, throw it away, or give it away. All these bad experiences will add and add over time and make you look at life negatively, which can result in you becoming depressed and pessimistic about life. Then there is the added cost. On my motorcycle, the air filter replacement interval is 18,000 kilometers. Taking the price of fuel and the difference in fuel consumption for the two air filters, the genuine Honda air filter had a saving of around 4,000 rands, while the price difference between the filters are only 250 rands. In the long run, it's better to go with a higher quality air filter. This is the same with a narcissist. The stuff they break on purpose, the waste they have with food they throw away unnecessarily, their bad habits that cost you. Maybe they refuse to get a job and sponge off you, or they demand they get expensive items and you get the old second-hand items they no longer want. If you add the cost up, you will be shocked to see how much the narcissist is costing you over time. That is money that if they did not behave so vindictively and more supportively, you could have had a better life. You could have afforded better food, more expensive vacations, maybe further your studies, repair or replace your car, and so on. Then there's the emotional toll. Just like the motorcycle not being a joy to ride even though it took me places, so is the narcissist not a joy to be with. Instead of looking forward to your birthday and being excited about how your spouse is going to make it special for you, you stress about how the narcissist is going to ruin it for you. Instead of looking forward to getting home from work and cuddling up with your spouse, you stress over what mood they will be in. Instead of you waking up to breakfast in bed when you are ill, they tell you that you are faking it. When you add the emotional and financial cost together, the good enough narcissist is not good enough. They are destroying your life slowly over time. Yes, you may get the major things in life, such as children, a house, and vacations, but it will feel like a drag. You may look at all you have done with a narcissist, the places you have visited, and then realize you did not enjoy doing any of it because the narcissist made sure of it. Did I not know? As I never owned this type of motorcycle, I had no idea how it should perform. I also did not know what the fuel consumption should be. This is similar to someone who grew up in a toxic family and who does not know what real life should feel and look like. I did start to read reports and accounts of other riders of the same motorcycle, and many had far better fuel consumption than mine, and they raved on how nice a motorcycle it was. This is similar to when you are dating a good enough narcissist. You will find other couples who talk about how wonderful their spouse treat them. However, I also heard about other riders who got far worse fuel consumption and more problems with their motorcycle than me. This is similar to you hearing and reading about couples who have more problems than you. This can result in you thinking that your relationship is acceptable. Yes, some people have it better than you, but some have it far worse than you. This can make you afraid to change, as you may like to have your life better than you have, but because some have it worse than you, there is a risk that you may end up having what they have, which is worse than what you now have. And if you grew up in a toxic family, you may think what you have is a normal relationship. Then there's a narcissist convincing you that you are not worthy of anything better than them. A mind shift. Although I had signs that things were not perfect, my realization that something major was wrong was when I tried to blow the air filter clean. For many victims of narcissistic abuse, their realization often comes when they learn about narcissism. A lot of the time, it is a YouTube video, a friend, or a therapist who points out that the narcissist behavior is not normal but toxic. Yes, no one is perfect, and not all people are financially successful, and we all have different personalities. But there is something that transcends everything, from race, financial status, culture, to the job you do, and that is caring about another person. When you care about another, it will show in your actions and words. Your love for another cannot be hidden. No matter how poor or rich you are, the way you look at another person, the way you talk to them, the way you touch them is different when you care about them. When you love someone, you automatically do little things for them, and it is the little things done with love and thought that count. It is not the massive birthday cake they bought you or the fancy restaurant they took you to. It is the smile on their face and the love in their eyes for you, the way they gently caress you and wish you a happy birthday, how they hug you and hold you and tell you they love you when you still have sleep in your eyes and your hair is a mess, the fact that they care enough to ask you what you want and do not demand you do what they want. Breaking point. Everything has a breaking point. When a load is placed on something in one go, the breaking point is reached fast. But when a load is placed on something bit by bit over time, the object can often withstand far more before it breaks. However, humans are extremely adaptable. We can adapt to and tolerate toxic and harsh conditions. A narcissist who is violent and abusive from the start will often cause the victim to escape the relationship fast. But a narcissist who slowly increases the abuse and then keeps the abuse just in a tolerable range will cause the victim to stay with a narcissist for decades. The total abuse the victim suffers over a lifetime is far greater than a victim who suffers violent abuse and leaves the narcissist quickly, even though the actual abuse is more violent. It is death by 1,000 cuts rather than a single stab. A single raindrop does not make a flood. A single small act of kindness does not make a wonderful marriage. A single small negative act does not make a toxic relationship. But many raindrops together form rivers and oceans. Many small acts of kindness and love over time make an amazing marriage and life worth living. Many small acts of vindictiveness, jealousy, and pettiness over time will crush your spirit to live and make a toxic relationship where you dread seeing the other person. The narcissist dazzles you with their occasional acts of kindness, so you are blinded by the poison they slowly feed you over time. To think about. With my motorcycle, it has no option. I control it. I decide what air filter to install, and then physics takes over. But with a narcissist, they are free to do as they please. You cannot change them. Only they can change if they decide to do so. Look closely at the time you have had with a narcissist. When you think about your overall experiences, is it positive or negative? Do you hope the person you are with stays as they are, or do you wish they will change? Now think forward. How much of a life will you have if the person you are with stays exactly as they are for the rest of your life? And what kind of life will you have if they do more of what they already are doing? Is that the life you want to look back on when you are 92 years old? This does not mean the person you are with must be perfect, and that if they are not, you need to leave them. No one is perfect, but there's a big difference between a narcissist and a normal person. With a normal person, you will have special moments you can look back on. The narcissist often makes an effort to ruin every holiday, gift, or special moment of yours. How much will the good enough narcissist cost you over your lifetime? It's the little things that count, such as that comfort you get from having a person wrapping their arms around you and you knowing you can completely trust them. You can feel in the tenderness of their touch and the way they hold you that they love and adore you as you peacefully fall asleep in their arms. You know they have your back and will not throw a tantrum when they hear you got a promotion. They will also not shoot you down, but support you when you want to study further or better your life. And when you wake up, you see the love they have for you in their eyes and the smile on their face that brightens your soul and warms your heart. It's the little things a person does that give you the strength to face life and make life a joy to experience. Why be with someone you have to beg to show you kindness and love you when you can be with someone who chooses to love you and be kind to you? Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative or helpful in any way, like and share it so that more people can benefit from it. If not subscribed, please subscribe now. Please leave a comment, as it helps to expand the information covered in the video, which may be of benefit to others. See my books on narcissism by following the links in the description. For donations, please use the donation button on the banner or follow the link in the description. Thank you.